Hi everyone, happy Monday. It is Vickie Kello, your independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Brisbane. Hope everyone had a good day. It's public holiday here in Brisbane. I kind of wish every weekend was a 3-day weekend. I got so much done. No, it's so much more productive having 3 days a week. So we're going to be using these tonight, but I'm now got to the end. Well, not the end, because there's hundreds of them, but quite a few that I'm going to start punching them out because they're just catching on things. Shout out when you're on. I know daylight savings has started, so I will not have some of the people from down south because it's too late. Now it's too late for them. All right. I don't want that backing to come off. So the thing about these is that they're stickers. I didn't realize because all the other ones that we've had, they've just been paper. These are a bit thicker. They're a cardboard, so they're a bit thicker, but they're stickers too, which is awesome. Hi, Kerry. Okay. So we are going to be doing a one sheet wonder. Hopefully there's going to be some more people that join, but not, that's okay. We will just deal with it. So a one sheet wonder is when you cut your cardstock or your DSP into a certain way using a template, and you get so many more cards and stuff out of it. Thanks for sharing, Kerry. Now, I don't often use very many one sheet wonders because I have 10,000 sheets of DSP and I don't need to make 20 cards from one piece of paper because I have 10,000 sheets already of it. But this template of 12 by 12 essentially still only makes 6 cards, which if you cut it and they're all full sheets of, like a full layer of a card DSP, you get 6 cards out of a sheet of DSP. So if you do that with every piece of paper that you get in a pack, so 12 times 6, because you get 12 sheets in a pack, you get 72 card fronts out of a pack of DSP, which is why I don't need to do one sheet wonders, because 72 cards out of one pack of paper is already more than enough. But anyway, I thought this was really pretty. So this paper is from the Traditions of Christmas paper. Now I have used it a bit. Hi, Jean. So I don't have too many papers left, but it's so pretty. So I don't have the dies for this paper at all. I just have the paper. but we're going to do a one sheet wonder. And I've already done a one sheet wonder with this paper. So I will show you as we go along. But what you need is, so when you do a one sheet wonder, it is better if you choose a piece of paper that is not directional. So you kind of want flowers or a pattern that's haphazard, because you don't want directional paper because it makes it really difficult with the cutting templates. You can find plenty of cutting templates online. So we're going to cut the strips into 4-inch strips first, right? So we've got 1, 2 and 3 because it's 12 by 12 paper. So the first one we are doing at 1.5, and then we're doing at 5.25. Now this is an American template, and I've made some adjustments so that it can work for Australian size card, because that is an American size card base. That is not an Australian size card base. But anyway, I've worked out some adjustments to make for that. This second piece we go at 3 3/4, 5 1/4, and then this piece is 3. And then the last piece is the same as the first. So 1.5, 5 1/4, and 5 1/4. Right. So that's all the cutting for, well, no, because I'm doing some running repairs. But that's essentially the cutting for the template, and then you make cards out of that for that. Now, I have got some base layers of Secret Sea, which is the background colour in here. I do like a bit of blue with Christmas. So Secret Sea and Real Red. So I have cut card layer fronts with Secret Sea and Real Red. And then we will see what we do. So this is the piece of paper that we made. This is the first card that I made, making some running repairs, and this is the sheet that I cut that out of. So now with the one piece of 5 1/4, what you want to do, we want to make this a little bit thinner. So because we want to make it to fit, so we need to trim a little bit off. So trim the whole bit off. You can keep that if you want. I'm going to throw it, it's enough. Down to 3 3/4, and then in half we want to cut this at 5 1/4 is the full length. So in half is 2 1/2, 2 5/8. So that should be in half then. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is then stick this onto the gold pieces. So the gold pieces are 1/8 of an inch bigger. And then these gold pieces get stuck onto the Secret Sea layer. And you leave a nice little 1/8 of an inch border. And you do the border like top and bottom. So there is a bigger space in the middle there, that's okay. And then you layer that to your card base. And then what I've done, so I've punched out all my sentiments here from the, what's this called? The greetings. Hi Megan. Hi Sue. Greetings for you, mix and match in ephemera pack. So they're all gold in here. Now what I do like about these is that they're, for those that came a bit later, these are cardstock, whereas the ones that we've had before are paper. So they're cardstock and they're sticky. So these are already sticky. If you want them to be popped up, you can. So I've just peeled the backing off that, stuck that on Secret C, cut around it, and then stuck that on the gold. That's so pretty. I've got this gold striped ribbon, which I'm then going to stick on here as well. Just like that. I'm just going to have that come down just a little bit more. Oh, my ear just blocked up. Oh, that's really sore. So are you going to share about Dirty Dancing? Oh, yes, if you want to know. So we went to Dirty Dancing on Saturday night. That was very nice. That was an early birthday present. It was Dirty Dancing, the musical. So you essentially just watch the movie on the big screen and the soundtrack is played live. So it was very different. Apparently they did Top Gun a couple of months ago like that with an orchestra. Hi Janice. So this was it was cool. So with Top Gun, apparently the orchestra was quite loud that they needed subtitles on the movie, but with Dirty Dancing there was no need for subtitles, so that was good. And then I've just finished that off with there. So same but different. So it's same template, but different colors, different greeting, different paper. It was very different. Now so Adrian bought this for me for my birthday and just said, oh, we're going to Dirty Dancing. And I'm like, oh, awesome. And things. I assumed it would be at Q-Pack and it was like a play. And I didn't Google it at all. And I don't know whether I should have or not, but so see how that doesn't fit on a card base, but I've just got an even top and bottom. That's what I'm doing for this one, just while we're talking. So I didn't know what to expect when I got there. It was a little bit different, and Adrian said he didn't know what to expect either. So both of us did not properly do our research, obviously. I'm just gonna trim that off there. But it was cool. And then after the movie finished, so you got half the movie, had an interval, and then after the movie finished, and it was playing the credits, then they did like a little sing-along thing, and the whole band and singers did the songs, and you could get up and dance and stuff like that. So obviously I got up and danced. Adrian not so much, he just sat in his chair and things, but I had fun. And the lady next to me, she was telling me that 2 years ago she went to Virginia, where the resort is, and she got pictures in front of Kellerman's and stuff like that. So this was at the convention center. And yeah, I'm like, wow. So I had no idea. She said she couldn't afford to stay there because it was so expensive. But she said it was nice that they could go and visit and stuff. So I'm just going to make them a little bit shorter. Yes, so it was really nice. It was packed as. There was a lot of people that had dressed up. as baby in the like pink skirt and watermelon earrings. Adrian's like, what's with all the watermelon? And I said, everyone says I carried a watermelon. And he's like, I don't understand why that line's so famous. I said, I don't know. But hi Marie. So yeah, did that. And so we got there a bit early. We just walked down South Bank, the markets were on, and then got to have dinner as well. So that was lovely. And Hunter got babysat by Nanny and Pop. So it was very nice. So yeah, nice way to spend my birthday. Well, a nice birthday present early. So same, but different. I do like this paper. So the kit sale started today. I didn't think it started till tomorrow. I don't know why, but it's on sale for 3 days. So there are some kits that are up to 30% off. Not all kits are 30% off. The sale is up to 30% off. But, so then this is the next card that we're making. Even the new kits that just released are up for sale as well. So I shared something this afternoon on my page about that. Okay, so and I was very busy doing the advent calendars. So I have done 11 cards, designed 11 cards for the advent calendars. They're taking up a lot of room on my desk, but that's okay. This is the advent calendar that I am creating. So my advent calendar gives you 24 card kits. I might have one of them in your my card. Oh, your the Stampin' Up advent calendar, right? Or the kits. Vegan. Stamping Up advent calendar is lovely. It's $173, and it's nice that they've done that. But I've been doing my advent calendar for quite a few years. And so my advent calendar is $100, and you get 24 card kits. I think I'm going to have to sit that on that red because I think it gets a bit lost on that white flower there. And a video to create the card kits. And then yeah, all the stuff to do it, obviously. So we have that on there. I'm trying to get them all done because it's 33 days until Disney. So I have got loads of things. Does this have to be done before Disney? Does this have to be done before Disney? My life is that before Disney or after Disney thing? I think I might have to order me another pack of these gems because I'm using these in the advent calendar too, and I don't know whether I will have enough of my packet left to finish. So same. So that's our third card. Look, I am racing through these. I know, Janice, I'm so excited. Hunter's like, oh, I'm so excited that it's actually like happening now. So this one is then going to be on the red. And we've got this, and that goes on that. That's that one. That I did that. I think I'm just working out what I did because I did some changes to the template because I wasn't too happy with it. So that, oh, that goes on that there. And that is that. So that is that. Where did that other bit go? Oh, on that one. Okay, so this one. I like the plaid on the back side of this one as well. So we're going to cover up this pretty paper here, but it is a one sheet wonder, so you need to use front and back. Do any of you make one sheet wonders? I usually steer clear of them because I just have too many cards, like too much paper. I don't need to conserve my paper at all. But this was a different way to cut them and you still only resulted in 6 cards. So I'm having a look at it. Cleaned up Hunter's toy room today as well. So added some storage stuff into the kitchen and bathrooms. Just trying to tidy up the place, and the toy room had to be, I should have probably stuck that on beforehand because now that looks like it needs to be cut off. That bit. Anyway, because when the house sitters are here, they've got 2 little girls, and so whatever is out and about will obviously be fair game. So it needed to make sure that, like, anything that Hunter felt was precious or didn't want touched, he has to put away. So it's getting to the nitty-gritty end of things. Okay. So these sentiments, they're sticky on the back for those that are joining late. I love them. They're what I am using in my class on Saturday. You get half a pack of them in the class because you get two sheets of each. So same. I kind of wish I'd trimmed that off before I stuck that down, but it is what it is. So class kits have gone out. I haven't delivered Janice's or Christina's because I will see you Friday night at Sip and Stamp. So then this one, I did some running repairs on this one. Well, not running repairs, but I changed it. So this piece, rather than going full length like that, I decided I wanted it like that on this. So we are going to then chop this again to 4 inches because that's how wide that piece is. Then I'm going to use this on the last card. So we're gonna again cover this up. But this time I have that. Now with the plaid paper, it's easier to line up the paper because the stripes are there. I will need to organise to pick up as I have to now get Matthew from the airport. Oh, Steve has had his last training and cannot be there Friday night, and Matthew needs to get 7:30 p.m. coming home from school camp. That'll be exciting. He's going to be rat shit, Christina. Absolutely rat shit. So then I've used the biggest sentiment that comes in there. I've stuck that on Secret Sea, and then I've just got a strip of the gold. And we're going to stick that on there. So we're going to have some, at the top there. And then trim that. And do the bottom. I have to be to school tomorrow at 5 a.m. Oh my goodness. Try and have it as the same border. 5 a.m. And then that can go on dimensionals. The air has just kicked in, so Hunter's obviously whinged to Adrian that it's too hot. I need the air on to go to sleep because now all of a sudden it's a bit cool in my craft room. So we're waiting for a call from the fracture clinic. So Hunter has broken his fingers, like the last week of school when he hurt his finger. And we've had it strapped and stuff, but he wouldn't keep it on because he's sweaty Betty and kept having it come off and things. And anyway, he was still whinging that it was, I'm nearly out of this too. God. I'll have to order me another roll of that. Sweaty Betty, whinging that it's still really sore. And the other night he hit it and he was crying and things. So I knew that it was still sore. And I'm like, there's not much they can do for fractured fingers or broken fingers and stuff. Anyway, we went to the doctor. And the other thing is trying to get into our doctor, like you need to know 2 weeks in advance that you're going to be sick. So I'd booked this. This ribbon is retired. No, I just bought it. Are you kidding me? Because it's the ribbon I'm using in the advent calendars. Anyway, yeah, so he was still bitching that his finger was sore and stuff like that. So finally got him into the doctor's. And 159,555. And yeah, so they got him to an x-ray, like gave us an x-ray. He goes, oh, I don't think it's broken, but I'll just give you an x-ray just in case. And anyway, sent him to the x-ray. Adrian went across the road, got the x-ray, and there was nobody there, so got it straight away. And then like 2 hours later, the doctors phoned me and goes, it is broken. Same but different. It's not healing right, and it so the fracture clinic will be in touch with you next week. Does not come up. What? That's annoying. But it's not urgent enough that you need to go to the hospital this weekend. But you do need to. The fracture clinic will be in contact with you. So this is the bit that I cut off that other card. So rather than it going to waste, I'm sticking it here and having a gap between. So now he's like, oh, I can't believe I've got a broken finger, Mum. Oh, I can't believe. And I'm like, mate, it's been broken for 3 weeks. Like, nothing's really changed. It's just now it's confirmed. But yeah. So we will see what happens, but I would say they probably actually have to re-break it and set it again because it's got this weird ass bend in his finger. So that's going to be fun. And I was talking to one of the other, like our neighbour, they were at that fracture clinic last term with their daughter. And I had this Marion Bright, but I feel I need something bigger. Maybe I might do season's greetings. And she said, because I'm like, well, that's the next thing. Where is the fracture clinic? Because apparently you'll just get contacted to go, you'll get a text message to go, oh, your appointment's here. You don't really get consulted. And I'm like, all right. And I'm like, I don't even know where the fracture clinic is. Apparently it's at Logan Hospital. And she goes, yeah, they say your appointment's at 12 o'clock and we didn't get out of there until like 3. And I'm like, oh, great. So, can't wait for that. But it'll be me that takes him to that because Adrian took him to the doctors. So he goes, Mum, you have to take me to the fracture clinic. Or there is one at Kids Hospital. Like Marta. Her kid was a kid. She's only 12. I don't know. Obviously, it's probably whoever can get me in first. Depends how desperate the doctor has made it out to the fracture clinic. It was very efficient at the Kids Hospital. Let's hope I get that then. And then here, same. Same but different. This is full again. I only emptied this last week. So yeah, that'll be my trip this week. My exciting. That was the same at the old Children's Hospital. Half of Brisbane all had the same appointment time. Lady Salento or whatever it's called now. Yes. So I will do the one sheet wonder, the first one sheet wonder that I made, which was not on camera with you ladies. So this is the 6 cards that you make. Let's break that up a little bit. So there's one sheet wonder. And then put all them away. Then we make this one sheet wonder. How nice is that? I do love this paper. And you still only get 6 cards out of it. So, because when you have 10,000 sheets of DSP, I do not need any more than 6 cards out of a pack of paper. So, that's it. So, the paper is, for those that joined late, the Traditions of Christmas Specialty DSP. So, it's already got the gold foiling in it. And these Greetings for You Mix and Match ephemera, and I thought this gold stripe ribbon was still in because I've just bought it for the advent calendars. Obviously it's not in according to Megan now, but any gold ribbon would be nice. And then the gold gems, these are iridescent foil gems, and again I've only just bought them for the advent calendar, so one would hope they're in as well. But who knows, because there was a whole heap of stuff added to the last chance rack last week. So, but nice quick one tonight, ladies. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. And I will see you all next week. Have a good week. Bye.